Hey, my name is Eric Arsenault, and I'm the creator of the AApproach, a unique method for freeing the voice. You're watching this video because maybe you've heard of us and you just want to know what exactly is the AApproach. Who uses the AApproach? Everybody.
Whatever it is that you came to teach me, I am here to learn it, 'cause one love story.
X Factor finalists, Broadway stars, Grammy Award winners, and Grammy nominees, although you're all winners to me. Anybody. The AApproach is not genre specific. It's simply a method for freeing and strengthening your voice. It can be used by people who want to have a stronger speaking voice. It can be used by someone who wants to sing metal. It could be used by someone who wants to sing classical songs. It could be used by someone who wants to do R&B or gospel, everything. So it is not genre specific, it is not sex specific, it is not voice type specific. So yeah, it's just a method and a means of freeing your voice. The AApproach stance is that singing is a full body mechanism, not just a throat thing, not just a vocal cord thing. Furthermore, we don't think of it, we use the word technique to make it simpler for people who speak English to understand what we mean. But at AApproach, we believe that we're not so much teaching you a vocal technique as much as we are rehabbing the body to the full muscular might and splendor that it should have had in the first place. So, to take it one step further, if we hear a weak voice, or a voice that is damaged, or a voice that is, or someone who's struggling to control their instrument, we don't take that to be demonstrative of a lack of talent. To the contrary, we look at it as being indicative of muscular weaknesses internally, internal muscular weaknesses and internal muscular imbalances. And the good news is that imbalances can be fixed, we can attain balance, and weaknesses can be strengthened. So the goal is to restore your body to the singing machine, almost literally, this machine built for singing, among other things, that it should have been in the first place. So it's kind of giving you back your gift instead of helping you create one. And how exactly do we accomplish this task? I can answer that question along with another question simultaneously, and that question is, how exactly is the AApproach different than other common popular techniques out there today? And the main difference is that a lot of techniques out there will tell you things like, all you need to do is learn to train your vocal cords and that's it. And if you learn how to mix, that is it. That's the only thing you need to do. We disagree. We look at things like your spinal alignment, the strength of your diaphragm, the coordination between your diaphragm and your pelvic floor. We look at other muscle groups like your intercostal muscles, your intercorset muscles, and it sounds like a lot, but for anyone who's trained in the technique, they can tell you that ultimately what you're left with is a deeper understanding of your body, and our ultimate goal is to take you from conscious application to reflexive application to passive application. And by passive application, it means that you're not really trying to do anything, you're simply allowing your body to do what it was meant to do. Now, why is it that if this is such a natural thing, how do we lose it? That's a good question too. And I'm literally writing a book on that very thing. But to make another long story short, we have a culture of collapse today. We're constantly here. And so because of that, it seems like such a mundane thing. But if your diaphragm is designed to have a certain range of motion, and if we're constantly inhibiting that range of motion, hindering this natural process, we're weakening our bodies. And for singing, you need a strong diaphragm, you need a decompressed spine, you need a free larynx, and we're constantly fighting these things. And part of what AApproach does is we teach you how to identify habits that you may have and the person next to you may not, and how to learn how to stop weakening yourself. And through daily lifestyle changes, you can improve rapidly the health and strength of your instrument, and it's really quite remarkable. Common technique questions. Number one, I have problems with my breathing. Can you help me with my breathing? Absolutely. The AApproach, one of our foundational elements is to restore full function and healthy coordination to your respiratory system. So that is a primary concern of ours because it affects not just your ability to hold notes, but it directly affects the fullness of your voice, your range. It directly affects your spinal alignment, everything. Every aspect of singing you can think of, it affects that, your agility, etc. Question number 2. I need help with my mix. Can you please help me with my mix? Yes. Although, unlike certain other techniques out there, we don't look at the mix in terms of, we don't isolate the mix so much beyond the beginning phases. In the beginning, for any phase 1, any beginner student with AApproach, we do talk about, you know, the mix and transition points and stuff like that, just to make you aware, because a lot of people are not aware of the concept. But at AApproach, we ultimately believe that registers are something of an illusion, and that your vocal folds are not chopped up into little sections, but we create breaks with our poor habits and our poor coordination. And if we can restore the full healthy functioning of the body, then the registers have a way of aligning themselves, and you don't have to try to make the voice blend. It'll kind of blend itself like it's supposed to. Can you teach me to belt, wail, scream, etc.? Yes, but just like mixing, we don't really isolate it. Maybe for the sake of a YouTube video every now and then I might give like a tip, but the real answer, an answer that most people don't really want, is that if we find balance within the body, if we strengthen the right muscles, if we strengthen the diaphragm and the pelvic floor in their relationship, if we develop our support reflex, or what some people might call body connection, teaching the body to healthily engage the voice, then vocal power comes. That natural register balance comes where you can wail and holler and scream and do all that stuff, and you don't have to be taught a special way of doing it. You'll just kind of have, your body will be able to facilitate whatever it is that you want to do. How/where can you study the AApproach method for freeing the voice? Well, I'm going to put some links in the info box if you're on YouTube, or a link to a blog page with all the information or something like that. It'll be somewhere on wherever you're looking, so just look around. It'll be there. But you can study the AApproach at the Maryland Performing Arts Center in Severna Park. The AApproach is the official vocal method taught there. You can also study it at Via Studios in Laurel, Maryland. We travel all over doing workshops. If you want more information on that, click on one of the links and you can submit your email address to us if you want to be included on our mailing list. You can also enroll in our online school. You can take our diaphragm course online, or you can take our elite course that has everything online. You can download our warm-ups in MP3 format. They're simple, easy, especially if you're a professional. Good for on the go, just getting your voice together. And lastly, but not leastly, you can study with me or with a member of my team one-on-one via Skype or in person. Availabilities vary depending on the person. And I also will have that information there. Of course, you can find everything you want to find out at AApproach.com, including free tidbits, free information. Is for free. It's one of my favorite parts in Bridesmaids. Anyway, so it's free information as well as stuff you could pay for and get. Hopefully I'll get to work with you soon, and until next time, peace.